See what happens this time around. We have ourselves in the bottom left side a blue Terran fighting for the Storm Gamers. It is GUMIHO. Top right side, a red Terran has his stronghold set up. He's the dragon, he's the phoenix, he's the gamer man, champion himself. It is Zest. The superior being of StarCraft 2, once again proven in some recent tournaments that you probably have seen. Absolute beast mode activated for that red Protoss right there, as we all know, taking out the best of the best. And doing it with quite a bit of how do you call this? Accuracy? Continuity? Zest is best? Yeah, it starts to feel more and more true. That statement right there. Which sucks, because we're getting closer and closer to military service for Zest as well. Oh. Not sure what that was. A little misclick right there. Can someone... Oh, look at that. Cynical is here. What's up, Cynical? The first match was GUMIHO versus Time. 3-2 in favor for GUMIHO. Second match was Zest versus Time, which was 3-1. 3-1 in favor for Zest. There you go. I appreciate it, Cynical. Build bunker so he couldn't pylon block. You could still pylon block though, right? The bunker's smaller than the command center. Maybe he thought the pylon would be placed there. I mean, it could be, potentially. Little Marine ready to poke in, check what is what. Have a look-see around. Let me tell you, sir, I know there's tales of Marines doing, you know, insane amounts of damage and just bursting down probes and nexus in no time whatsoever. But you will need some friends to make that happen with, buddy. Yeah, alright. Doesn't really get a massive scout. A little one. A little scout. Oh, this could be awkward. And it's not. Second Cyclone. Also a little bit out of position here to catch this Oracle. As it arrives, getting 2 SCVs already. Might get a third. No, isn't going to stick around for the off chance that those Cyclones are going to be near. Which they were. So, Zest here with some great awareness. Great game sense. Gets himself what he can and gets on out of there. 3 gateways in total. Going up with the blink once more. As a Nexus is being produced, the third one of this game right here. Interesting little assault squadron here from GUMIHO. The full Marine Cyclone and Siege Tank just in the middle of the map. I don't know if he's anticipating maybe some Stalkers or Wild Adepts to accidentally run into him there, or if he's just waiting for some extra reinforcements to really make that push do something here. But you know what? With the amount of stuff that he's bringing, this is starting to become a actual pretty reasonable threat. There are not that many shield batteries around. There's one in the third and one in the natural. That's about it. Cyclones, if they get the kill on those couple of adepts, that would have been pretty darn sweet. Doesn't quite manage. One Marauder on the bottom side gets caught out there. Only one other Marauder within this force. Siege tanks now in position. Do have range on that shield battery. Yes, if he's kind of tanking the damage a little bit. Stimpack about to finish up as well. But without the medevacs here, you got to be ever so careful. The adepts way too early. Does it matter? I don't think that it does in particular. Well, no, actually, hold up. Definitely trading out worse than he could have. 9 workers go down. The Oracle still reigning supreme in the sky in the background. Getting a lot of workers there. One siege tank not sieged up. And the Stalkers, they draw more blood. They draw more blood. This match for first place, it seems. Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Well. Huh. They're training out units okay, but GUMIHO lost so many workers in the background of this that I don't really like his position here anymore. He managed to kind of obtain what he wanted to with that push, right? If nothing else would have happened in his main natural base, this would be okay. Dealing so much damage, you know, killing the first Void Ray, killing that much of the Gateway forces, I think that would be kind of alright, but in combination with losing all those workers, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad indeed. He brought a good amount of workers as well across the map. I think he brought like 4 or 5 maybe in total. Somewhere around that mark. It's a curious position right now. Zest, oh, love what he's doing here. Just add a couple of extra shield batteries, why not? You're in a good position. Try to keep it that way. Maybe he won't need them at all, but still, he'll have them. He will have them. Checking for third bases. Can't find any. Gives him a bit of a sense of foreboding, perhaps, but also, you know, just a sense of, now I know what's happening in this game. The clarity. Oh, can't quite get in there. Don't want to blink forwards on those siege tanks either. That probably wouldn't be the best way to approach that situation. It's going to find these Marines and Marauders on the other side. I'm fully aware what is coming his way. He's got a bunch of charge slots though with a charge ready as well. Is he going to try to charge in here before the siege tanks are set up? It is a likely scenario, or is he just going to... Oh, no, he's buying himself some more time. Got the Zealots on the back foot. Now intercepting reinforcements. Not bad, not bad. A tactic we see Zerg apply quite often. Not as many times from the Protoss. But it's pretty cool to see a big blob of Zealots right there. Definitely should do quite a bit of work. And there we go. Look at that entire surround. GG. Just straight out of the woodworks. Zest takes game number 1. Engineering Bay block on the Nexus. Not really what Zest is looking for at this moment in time. He's going to try to do a proxy Stargate here. Now, how aggressive is he going to try to be with this proxy Stargate? We don't know quite yet. It doesn't look like too aggressive. Oh no, it is going to be a Twilight. Oh my. I spoke before my turn. Okay, proxy Twilight. Interesting. Is this going to be with a Dark Shrine? Well, I'll tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be scouted, so... hard choices to make here for Zest right now. Could just try to stick with getting Blink upgrade from that location, but it's just an awkward exposed position for this. Could still try to go for Dark Shrine as well if he really wants to. I think that was the intent with this Twilight over here. But yeah, it's just overall awkward. GUMIHO sending 3 Marines to that location. Wants to shut down the upgrade as quickly as possible, of course. Just get the pylon and be done with it. What else have we got? A Hellion quickly coming in as well. Wants the mobility for the time being. Pylon on the right. How many gateways are we going towards? There's 3 gateways in total. As the pylon should be protected pretty safely. 1 adept and a stalker, more than enough to deal with the 3 marines. Even putting down another pylon there, just in case one Hellion arrives at the front door of the main base of the Protoss. And that is a bit of a peculiar situation. Not that many probes going down though, to be fair. Some really good micro and, well, I say, yeah, you know what, it's pretty good micro. He's just pulling away the hurt probes. Only 3 workers down so far. I thought that could be a lot worse. Honestly, that could have been a lot worse. Blink upgrade coming in as the 3rd gateway is being built across the map. GUMIHO realizing that things might be amiss a little bit here with... you know, 3 gateways being in Zest's main base and there not being a nexus before that has happened. So he's built himself a bunker. He's got his siege tanks fairly far backwards here, which are all good reads from him. Good things to do. And Zest, what is his plan right now? Is he just going to play defensively after all of this? After all of this, is he just going to grab himself a nexus? I think he will. Right? Yeah, he will. Wow. The balls on this man. To still be able to just say like, alright, you know what? Change of plans. Change of plans. We're doing something entirely different. It's probably the 2nd time he said that this game, so... if we're ever going to see a Zest that is thrown off his game, it's going to be this one right here. Everything he's trying getting scouted and having to refigure something out as he is going along. Different win opportunity. The little adept that could went into the main base. Gets a little look around and kills off 2 SCVs as well. Second Nexus finally finishing up. Definitely taking a long time. 37 workers versus 30. Definitely tells the story there. Zest still has the opportunity of Blink though, with a pretty good amount of, well, I say pretty good amount. He has 4 Stalkers. He's been on 4 gateways for so long. I assumed he would have had at least, you know, 2 warp-in rounds made with those things. Single medevac, a drop of Marines. See, should circumnavigate the vision range of these, the pylon and the Twilight Council. Actually, he's upgrading charge from it now, so if he does shut it down, it wouldn't be too bad. Might even catch Zest sending some units over there, trying to defend it as well, right? Could be a good point for the future. Although, if he's no longer upgrading charge from it, probably doesn't care about it anymore. Probably won't be even sending anything to try and defend that area. Oh. Well attempted pickup micro there against the bolter shots of those Stalkers. There we go, moving forwards. Not that many Stalkers available. 3 siege tanks here. The Immortals look intimidating, but seeing the quantity of Marines available, I wonder how strong they're going to be in this situation. Siege tanks trying to get as far, well, as close as possible. DT starting to wreak havoc absolutely everywhere, actually, as well, in the main base, in the natural. As defensive DTs do get shredded. That's a missile turret on the main ramp. Command center on the low ground, it has been emptied out. The Stalkers on the low ground here, looks like they'll be in trouble too. The siege tanks may want to consider moving a little bit further forwards, but yeah, there we go. GG is called once again. Our best of 5 gets tied up in the first 2 series. So that's just kind of doing the bare minimum of proxy 2-rack scouting here. Most likely place is this area over here. Probes would always move along this edge right there in order to go for the scout across the way. So this is the more likely place for you to put your barracks in a sense, right? Which in a way makes this the less likely place, which might make it the better place. But then again, once that meta gets involved, right, it all flip-flops once again. It all flip-flops once more, and then suddenly we start scouting the other area, and then the other area as well, I guess, and then, whoa. Pandemonium. Ooh, this is pretty good. Getting to delay that command center, not bad, not bad. 1 Marine on the other side of the map here, not going to be able to do the same thing, but might be able to run into seeing a Stargate. Could that happen here for our buddy pal? Our buddy, our pal, GUMIHO. Looking to find intelligence. No, he's gonna die there. Guess he got what he came for. Let's hope he did anyway. Alright. There we go. Alright. Just chewing some grub down. We see quite a couple of gateways once again being added in. Looks like very likely we're going up to the full gate once more. Right behind the Stargate opening. Very safe way to open up. Should give you plenty of units to work with to defend against that usual 2-base timing attack that comes in from the Terrans, right? The 2-base / 3-base attacks that ever so likely to arise. Stimpack coming up. +1 attack as well. Most likely, I'm assuming he's going to start walking before that is entirely done. I could be wrong. It's just a wild guess right now, but you know, the medevacs are the more important thing to wait for. And they can start flying across the map. They're a little bit quicker in the production as well as the +1 attack, but let's see. Oh, more units. Ooh, more units. Man, having no stocks at your front door as well, though, very annoying for GUMIHO to deal with. There's no bunker here either. Or is there anything on this side of the map. Oh, let's see. Can he get a siege tank for free here? Doesn't look like he will be able to. Get to the Cyclone, though, which is also a pretty good catch. And an enormous amount of Marines right there go down as well. Kills off about 7 of them. I believe one other Marine got killed on the opposite side of the map. Reinforcing the Stalker push, of course, for Mr. Zest. Incredibly difficult. Doesn't have a pylon nearby. Needs to go all the way back to his base. Warp in there and then have those units walk across. Slowing things down a little bit. Adding in 5 more gateways. This heavy gateway style becoming more and more popular, it seems. GUMIHO, single medevac with Marines, did find a moment where they could leave the facility, and it looks like this is going to pay off quite dearly so. Look at that, already an enormous amount of probes going down here, gunned down. Before I could even finish my sentence, the Marines in the medevac do get sniped. Have they bought enough time for the rest of the Marines and the siege tank to gather up in another place? Start putting the hurts on the Brawler's third base right here. I don't think it's enough Terran. Unless the Zest takes a lot of shelling from afar. I feel like you should be able to hold here. Rather convincingly, right? He might even be able to just blink on top of this, and that is exactly what he does. Wants to get on top of the siege tanks. Ooh, was that too much? The reinforcements that came in as well, but there are the Zealots. A Zealot wraparound coming perhaps a little bit later than Zest had anticipated. Almost snipes that medevac there once again. And from a situation where it felt like GUMIHO maybe started to be gaining some control here, very quickly we see suddenly the red units once again started making their way across the map. Starting trouble here. Good bit of Sim City, making it incredibly difficult for the Zealots to get anything done there, though. Drop is dealt with. Alright. I mean, the work count is looking alright for GUMIHO. The problem is that he doesn't have a secure location for this third base. He could try to start securing this, but I mean, the one thing that's really keeping him safe is this infrastructure right now that he's already got set up. Needs a bit of a beefier force to really set up shop on a third base here, I would say. Zest doing his trident gateway on either side. Wants to always be able to get those unit swaps in, but GUMIHO is going to try his best to prevent that from happening, it would appear. Once again allowing Zest to take the initiative though on this side. Orbital most likely not going to fall, but that's a good chunk of damage. Now collapsing onto the Marines on the right side. Grabbing a good amount of them here as well. Okay, this flank not working out as much, but hey, thank you for joining us with the Macarena, much appreciated. Another person helping out Alpha X on their quest to better sponsorships and better stuff overall. I'm not sure if I like this fight for all Zest. That is a big Widowmine onto the Zealots right now. I don't think that he has the numbers. I don't think you have the numbers, Zest, to fight this. More Zealots are coming in one by one. He is targeting now the Marauders, sort of. That's the backup. It might be okay though, seeing how he is kind of like a Zergy approach to this match right now. He wants to be ahead in economy. He's got a better production as well. It's a risky way to try and approach this, I would say though, still. Running 3 Marauders here. That is really solid stuff, though, of course. Can't finish them off, any of them, actually. But the Zealots are buying him a lot of time right now. Zealots got recalled. Yes, if he probe war looks like that has gone into the into the Stalker favor. $95 army supply strong versus 70 here. That is in GUMIHO's favor as he barrels down towards that third base of Zest one more time. Does he have the numbers this time? It looks like he might. That's a solid quantity of Marauders. He's got himself the Widowmines there as well to protect him from the Zealot flank. Is that going to be enough? I don't think so. Still too much remains. 5 probes alone might not be the damage that you're looking for here, especially with those Colossi still hanging about and still doing a good job overall, utilizing some lovely Stalker friendly fire to AoE down those Widowmines. Gets all 4 of them. Very crucial that you clean those things up as quickly as you can. Oh, wow, you beast. What? Oh, he knows. He just knows. He just knows. He's just aware of everything you're trying to pull. So Zest holding off this attack for the time being. But, I mean, this attack, really what it's done, it's managed to secure GUMIHO that third base. He's been mining there for a while now. The worker count's pretty darn equal. And Zest, I mean, I hate to be a downtrodden, or the, well, how do you call this? Debbie Depression. But, I mean, does he really have that much? He's got the 2 robo facilities, I suppose. He's making observers, but he's only got 2 Colossi, which has me worried. He has 4 Colossi, never mind. But it still has me a little bit worried. I would have liked to have seen a couple of disruptors that are now on the production tab, though, to be fair. So maybe I should just shut up. Maybe I should keep talking and then Zest just does what I'm saying. That'd be pretty cool too. Right, good group of Marauders Marines here. Yeah, needs to get itself out of that location. Now grouped up together. This could be the finishing blow right here. Another sentry force field in the middle. I'm not quite sure why you feel forced to push through this bit of the map though, GUMIHO. That is... You do have time to kind of walk around here. He's going to start making his move. Eyeing up the 4th base, scanning ahead towards this area. And now... There we go, 2 Marines first. Checking the water, they're like, alright, this looks okay, let's send some more units. Try to get actual damage done. 1 siege tank, not sieged up just quite yet. The siege tanks need to target down the disruptors and the Colossi. Oh, that's going to be almost a massive disruptor shot right there. Couldn't quite connect. Moving forwards. 1 disruptor shot does land. Another one does land. That is just Marauders left right now. And they are difficult to deal with. Good wallpin of Zealots. 1 more should clean up the Terran from this location though, I would say. Right. Won't it? There's more reinforcements coming in. GUMIHO. Yeah, he just barely doesn't have enough. An incredibly close engagement right there. Just barely not working out for him. If he had taken out his 4th base, that would have been a wonderful position for him. But instead, well, he's still in a good position actually, right? He's still in a really good position, I would say. The worker count in being ahead on workers as the Terran in this point in the game is pretty nutty. It's pretty nutty. You shouldn't be, you see, but he is, and he's got the base count to mine efficiently as well with all these SCVs. While he's also deleted quite a bit of the hefty tech units from Zest there as well. Zest rebuilding it quite quickly. Having already 4 Disruptors here, 4 Archons as well. Still has me worried though, nonetheless. Marine Marauder Medevac just so much quicker to get brought back onto the field at, well, big enough numbers where it's going to be a severe problem for Zest to deal with here. Multi-pronged harassment. Another thing that should be said, of course, is that if GUMIHO doesn't manage to utilize this economic advantage that he has in a way where he disallows Zest from taking more bases, it doesn't really matter, right? Then it just becomes a matter of time before Zest has the same quality and quantity of army as GUMIHO has, and then it will become more of a game of like, alright, who's in what position, who's doing what with his army composition, and what kind of units are within this army composition. We have just a well-stable army from the Protoss with Colossi, Disruptors, maybe some Storm, enough Gateway to protect as well. Or is it really just Archon Zealots, you know? So far, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good on the diversity here. Nexus gets shot down. Another Nexus right here. And the natural base might get shot down as well. Zealots in the main base. Looks like that command center was flown across towards the 4th. My oh my, that is a quick end. As GUMIHO unleashes on 2 fronts at the same time. As Zest a little bit preoccupied with the War Prism across the map. GG is called. Wow, that is a really, really well played game there by GUMIHO. Okay. Zest going for the Nexus. GUMIHO going for a quick command center on the low ground here. Skipping the Reaper once more. Does not really look like he's anywhere excited about trying to get himself a Reaper here. Little barracks coming up. Another barracks coming up, I should say. How quaint. Look at that. A 3rd barracks. We're having a triplet, boys. We're having a triplets. Is it having triplets or is it having a triplets? Does anyone know? Are both correct? That would be the worst, right? If both are correct. It just adds more confusion. I don't think that Shade saw the 2nd barracks, right? It shouldn't have. No. Okay, I'm right. Oh. Haven't devolved to that part yet in the stream, have we? No sir, no sir. Still saying some sensible things here and there. Stargate with the Oracle about to pop out. Going in with the Adept right now and takes out a very fresh mule. That was an incredibly fresh mule. Doesn't get anything else, but you know what, that Oracle might be able to have something to say about that. Should go straight into the main base. That's where you want to go here. Takes out 2 Marines, which helps out quite a bit as well. Any Marine he kills might be even better than killing the SCVs at this point in the game, I would say. Because those Marines, they are, you know, he's planning to use them at a later point in time. For a bit of a push here. As soon as that combat shield and stim pack finishes up, he wants to go across the map and target down whatever he can. If you already picked off 4 Marines here, you know, individually, one at a time, earlier in the game, just so much less aggression available all of a sudden with those Marines for the Terran. Such a different, different game and different approach you gotta have. Third base for Zest already in production. GUMIHO painfully aware. Hey, some drunk Canadian, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good time with your cast. Looks like all your series went longer except for the last one, huh? Typical. Alright. 4 more SCVs broken. Always fun watching you stream, my man. Always fun. Let's see. Blink and +1 attack here once more for Zest. Truly what he wants to try and get done here. That is a scary amount of Marines. That is starting to become quite a lot. Not a single medevac yet on the field, so every stim pack he does is quite important here. Yeah, he hasn't done anything yet with those Marines, has he? And this has just been sitting here, waiting, just mining. Those couple of oracles, they can't really combat the Marines, but at the same time, you can't really afford to run away with your Marines, because then, you know, this flies into this, and if this isn't there, then that is just certain death, pretty much encroaching upon you. +1 weapons for the Marines about to finish up. 2 medevacs flying across as well, as the oracles just somehow avoid accidentally flying over the Marines so far. Ooh. Straight into the main. Couple of stalkers there. Doesn't seem to be enough. Does not seem to be enough. The other Marines right now going for the sentries. Look at that. 3 sentries instantaneously gunned down. Marines in the main base get shot pretty quickly though. That is dealt with. And the Marines on the top side not gonna get much done else either. Bit disappointing, perhaps, for our Terran man. Trying to make his way back across the map, but then now he walked into a big warping point there. A pylon and a gateway. Doesn't quite know about it, but he knows there's units there, so may be able to put 1 and 1 together. Figure that out on his own. Ooh, these 4 Marines, didn't think they would be coming back. Getting a couple of probes. Forcing stalkers to warp in here. Almost getting a pylon. Oh. Big fight over here. Almost missed it. Army supply looking quite advantageous for Zest. Worker supply not looking too bad for GUMIHO though. It's not as good as it was in the previous game, but it's still alright. As long as he doesn't die within the first, well, the oncoming minutes. I feel like he should be able to harvest this way into a pretty reasonable late game. Which goes for both these players, and honestly. Should be pretty reasonable. Another CC, the 4th one of its kind. CC the 4th. CC Junior, Junior, Junior. Maybe now we have CC Senior, Senior, and CC Senior, and then CC Junior and CC Junior, Junior. Something like that. Does that still make sense? I sure do hope so. More zealots over here. We can watch it. We can look at those, right? Nice. Always awkward. The gold base right there. No cancel for the Nexus. Zest loses it. Something that we see happen sometimes with our red Protoss player, Mr. Zest. He's getting a lot of SCV kills here, though. Getting a lot of SCV kills, a lot of value. Reasonable amount of Marauders and Marines also, actually. GUMIHO not entirely prioritizing micro at that point for the defense there. Looks like he thought he would just have it anyway. More zealots. Hello, boys. Hello. With the mines, you're not going to get into the ground. No way, Jose. That is dead as well. At least the warping point over there has been dealt with. He's just skadoodle skedaddles. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay. I think we all just saw the end of GUMIHO there for a moment, didn't we? Just one blink away. Just absolute GG would have ensued. Okay, luckily he does manage to unload all those medefacts before the Stalkers get underneath. Setting up 2 pathways of attack right now. And this could start to really pack out for him, right? What's the unit attack we have available for Zest? Okay, there are 4 Colossi. And they're all here. He really would need those in order to, well, deal with the bio at this point in the game. Gold-based Nexus, once again on the severe threat of being shot down from, well, the other side of the golden minerals. And yes, it does get shot down again. GUMIHO absolutely ignoring the minerals on his own side, the golden ones at least. Going for the top right side, microing backwards on this flank right here, but is going to have his hands full with another party. And just kind of picks up from that area. Zest has been beaten backwards, economically speaking, quite a couple of times, but his army is strong. He's got a solid army here still. It hasn't been taking that much punishment just quite yet. As I'm saying now, of course, we're seeing a lot of Archons and Stalkers go down for free here. Until the Colossi start getting themselves involved as well. But then kind of losing those is also in a very quick manner. 2 medefacts worth getting more jobs done. Another Nexus falls to the ground. Army supply for GUMIHO. It says that it's equal, but it doesn't really feel that way right now. At the same time, Zest too uncomfortable to really make a move for a planetary fortress either. Starting to get pretty desperate though for Zest to get a 4th base rolling. Really could use an operating 4th base. That well, this gold base here, we've been talking about it a couple of times, just again and again getting destroyed from the other side, from the left, whichever way is working for GUMIHO at the time, but he'll find a way to kill it. He did have it. I guess he's mined here a little bit, right? Oh, he hasn't mined this one yet. This is still at 1800 exactly. Oh, big fight, big fight. Here we go. Archons coming in a little bit late, but that does mean they do not get EMP'd, which is a big deal. More damage to be tanked right there. And now, down goes the 3rd base for GUMIHO. GUMIHO, I don't think that he has the technology in his army composition to really combat this. Either that or he needs perfect spreads and perfect splits coming in from multiple angles. Spread out. Still has that top right base, of course. That planetary fortress, an essential bit now for GUMIHO. If he loses this as well, that's going to force his hand to the extreme. And it does get taken out. Alright, GUMIHO, he's going to have to make a move right now, right here. He's going to have to take out this army as quickly as he can. And then go across the map and deal damage there also. And it's just not happening. GG is called. Zest takes game number 4 and brings us into a game number 5. Let's see what happens this time around. A little SCV coming across here. Could be sneaky. Could be something sneaky. You never quite know. It's just a scout. Alright, that's fine. That's fair. We accept those within our little thingamajigs. Oh, right. Of course, this also happens. This also is the thing. I'm not thinking anymore, guys. I'm just not thinking anymore. It's still about, like, an hour or 2 hours removed from my normal waking up period. It's crazy. Feels surreal. Alright, Reaper boy coming here. He's going there. He's going everywhere. Hippity hoppity, hopping down the Reaper trail. It is Peter Cottontail. Peter Firetail? I mean, he does have 2 Firetails. Doesn't he? The Tail of Fire. Hippity hoppity GUMIHO's on his way. How is this doing so much? Where is everything? Zest! Get your act together. What's happening? 2 probes. He's gonna lose 3, right? He is gonna lose 3. Just send him back in there. Go for the probe kills. Come on. Yes, yes. Kill them. Yes. Sorry, I'm going crazy now. Alright, well, Stalker over here. Probably not going to do as much as that Reaper did, but you know what? Still shows his face, still showing his intimidation tactic. You send this Adept across the map or a Stalker? Yeah, I saw. I was just giving Zest a hard time. Just giving him a rough time. Okay. Oracle? It is an Oracle. Did he scouted the Stargates? No, he didn't. Okay. Woefully unaware for the time being. No triple Rex play this time around for GUMIHO either. Back into Widowmines. This is a pretty cool place actually for these Widowmines. A very normal area for units to kind of march through, as well as that Oracle to flight across here. As well as a medevac pathway, so you can just pick them up very easily. Which is what I was gonna say next, obviously. Right, Widowmine meets Oracle. Oracle meets Phoenix. And Marines. Oh! A lot of stuff happening here. 4 probes. Is that all? Is that all? The Reaper came back around as well, getting 2 more probes right there. That's some good stuff. That's some solid things. 6 workers in total. I'd take it. I would take it. Especially with this medevac still walking around pretty good. Targeting down the mules first and foremost. the big boys. It is a lot of money after all that you're getting from those guys. GUMIHO trying to set up a bit further forwards. Don't think he's gonna get anything done here. That's too many Phoenix. It's just... It sounds weird, but the Phoenix against this small number of Marines are really good. That is just so much beef on those boys. They have like, what is it? What's the full HP? That's like 60 shield, 120 health. That's more than a Stalker. Alright. Right? It's like 20 more. Getting the Widow Mines here as well. 2 of those Widow Mines, in fact. It's gonna lose 2 more Widow Mines. What were you saying, Dricket? Saying GUMIHO's gonna win this unless if he's polite? Well, he just handed a couple of Widow Mines to Zest, so that is pretty polite, I would say. More Widow Mines attempting to get the probes. Doesn't look like it's all too successful, unfortunately. So that matter of fact goes down. Ooh, this is a push though. This is starting to become something. He takes out the Nexus. He will take out that Nexus. As the Widowmine drops just kind of kept Zest preoccupied. Zest. There's not enough stuff to also defend his third base. Pretty solid stuff. Now, trying to go from the warpath across the map here. I'm not sure if I like that idea. I guess he does have the recall. So if he does take out 1 or 2 bases of his own, and he recalls back to his main, he might be okay. Okay, setting off 2 Widow Mines. Very well done. There's 2 more Widow Mines a little bit further along the way. But once again, great split-offs from those Zealots. Still, those 4 Zealots that are now gone would have been very helpful in these types of situations. 3 Archons. Is that enough to break this? I don't think so. Guys, we may have ourselves a GUMIHO victory here. We may have ourselves a GUMIHO victory here. He took out another Nexus. Only 25 workers remaining for Zest. And I mean, do we really see him march across the map right now with this? I don't think we do. He's rebuilding 2 Nexi. GUMIHO still has all his orbitals. He's getting more upgrades rolling as well. More and more so in this game. And there it is. GG is called. GUMIHO takes out the king in a best of 5. Fantastic play. Wow.